Welcome back, everyone. My name is Sean. I am the Crypto Smith. Thanks for coming back. I do appreciate your guys' support. If you wouldn't mind giving me a like and subscribe somewhere along this journey, I would really appreciate that. It does help the channel grow. That's the reason I'm here. I am not here about your car's extended warranty. Okay, that's not what I'm doing. I am here today for another update on 100 Days Ventures. Now, I know what you're going to say. It's been a long time, right? I haven't done an update for 100 Days Ventures in a long time. And I'll tell you why. I have my excuses. So some weeks and weeks ago, one of my wallets got hacked and my Astro tokens got stolen. And I just never went in and bought more tokens. And I knew this project was a long-term project. It was going to be a while while it was building and doing its thing. So I wasn't that stressed to jump right back into it. So I didn't. And therefore not really paying attention on a daily basis to it. Now that I'm back into it and I've done my research over the last 2 days to see what's going on, what have they been doing, it's interesting to me again. I mean, to me, this is still a good project, and I'll tell you why. So this project started just 2.5, maybe 3 months ago. I don't even think we're 3 months old yet, but they started as a rebasing token, right? And you're in those days where, everybody's, trying to pay 1 to 5% a day, and you stake your tokens and you get money and then eventually you get rug pulled. That's kind of the space that they were in, the Titano. So here we are, they're a rebasing token. That was their initial pull, right? Was come in, buy some tokens, stake them, and you're going to get your daily return of 1.91%. Totally cool. I'm totally fine with that. But they knew they didn't want to keep that because they know, and these are smart guys, they know that is not a sustainable project and it's not really going to work. And if you don't have people coming in, I mean, basically it's a Ponzi-nomic type of situation where you need more people coming in order to keep this thing going. And that doesn't always work. And as a matter of fact, it rarely works. I don't think it's ever really worked long-term for anybody. Their goal or their idea in the beginning was to actually partner up with real world businesses. And I mean real world, like outside of crypto businesses. So businesses that really don't have anything to do with crypto, partnering up with them, helping them create some other sort of revenue stream, and then bringing that revenue stream and those fees into the treasury of 100 Days Ventures, and then be able to pay out based on that. So having said that, they're no longer going to be doing the rebasing. As of, I believe it's August 8th, is going to be the last day they're going to rebase. There's going to be a period of time and maybe some weeks, a month or two before they start their next phase, which is basically staking the token and paying you out as part of the fees that they're collecting from these real world businesses. You're going to get paid. So, for example, they have a partnership with Little Orbit Games, which is a gaming company. They've built some fairly big games, Kung Fu Panda, How to Train a Dragon, and things like that. They've got a game out, STFU, which is ships that fight underground. I know what you're thinking, STFU. It's not that. It's ships that fight underground. And they're going to be working on NFTs. And basically, the NFTs may be something like a pilot pass or a pilot license that you may purchase and used for the game. And then with that purchase, you have different skins and ships and things like that. I don't know if all of the details have been worked out, but that's up and coming. It's going to be live, I believe, at the end of this month. So we're going to find out a lot more on that very rapidly, which is exciting because that's real world use case. They've taken a company outside of crypto. They've partnered with it. They're creating this NFT space for the game. And 30% of those fees are going to go into the treasury or vault for 100 Days game or 100 Days Ventures, sorry. And they're going to use that in order to pay out stakeholders, right? Does that make sense? Makes sense to me. It sounds great. Why does it sound great? Because they're getting real world businesses that already exist and creating additional revenue based on that. It's not just a only crypto environment, which I do have a complaint about a lot of projects and tokens out there that all they're doing is they're wrapping themselves up in just the crypto world. Like they're only relevant in the crypto sphere. So if you're outside of crypto, you're never going to hear about these projects, right? If you're not into crypto, you're never going to be exposed to these projects. That is what I like about this. They are very small. This is a very small project right now. It's a very small community, 2,188 token holders currently. Don't let that fool you. Projects start small. They've got a long way to go. These guys are still in business. They're very visible. The team, 4 guys here, these guys are very visible and they're very driven on this project. Having said Little Origaming's an STFU game, which is coming out, I believe, at the end of this month. They've got some other projects in the works. One of them is a Formula One fantasy type platform, which is peer-to-peer wagering on the with the Formula One racing. That's, for those of you who don't know, Formula One is auto racing, basically the pinnacle of auto racing on the planet. And there are fantasy racing leagues out there for Formula One that does exist, but there is nothing in the crypto world. There's nothing that's crypto optimized for the Formula One Fantasy League. They're going to be the first to do it. They're working on that now. That's super cool. I love Formula One. There's also another sports related platform that's coming online, or that they're working on, and I'll let you know that one on the next update. And I'm going to try to keep up on these updates a little more often than once every 6 weeks, just to keep you guys up to date. So also there's a real estate. They're going to apparently go big into real estate, and I'm sure you could imagine, how does that work? Well, if they invest in some real estate, and I don't know if this is, all the details are now, so I don't know if this is some sort of commercial real estate, housing, apartments, whatever it may be, office buildings, I don't really know, but there's going to be fees generated. Those fees are going to go into another vault, and you're going to get paid out based on that. And so how these vaults, I believe, are going to work is you're going to be able to choose which vaults you're staking into. That's going to determine what reward you get. And they did mention rewards on these are going to be paid out in USDC, a stable coin, which is super exciting. You're not getting paid out in Astro, and I don't know if that's a choice you get to make or if that's an option, but you can get paid out in USDC, which is very cool. Then you're not really subject to the volatility of the Astro token or whatever token that you're in. It's always nice to be able to be paid out in a stable coin. Let's check out the Twitter here real quick. So first and foremost, and I don't know if I mentioned this in my last video, but there's no way they have 10,000 followers. These are paid for followers on Twitter. I don't know why they do that. It doesn't really make any sense because it's obvious they don't have 10,000. And you can just check and you can see the interactions here with your posts, right? A normal project, company, person, whatever, has 10,000 followers. They're going to have hundreds of these here, retweets and likes, and they don't. There's just not that much interaction. Realistically, a few hundred, maybe 500. They've got, this is not their post. They just retweeted it. So, these don't count. Like here, this is one of their posts, July 30th, right? 14 likes, 5 retweets. Okay, not a lot. So, and that's fine. They're a very small project, and I believe on Telegram they've got a couple hundred. So let's go down here. Let's look at, here's the STFU, and they have their own Twitter, and I'm following them, and they have 30 followers. So again, that shows you they don't have 10,000 Twitter followers. I don't understand why people do that. So anyway, having said that, that's not the end of the world. Some companies do that just to try to get a little hype and make themselves seem bigger than they are, but they are a very small project. And that you need to know going forward, because there's a lot of opportunity for growth in this one. And because they're actually doing real world partnerships that are going to bring in outside crypto money in order to pay out stakeholders, that to me is a much more sustainable business. And they're going to continue to build those partnerships, over the months, and I'm sure hopefully years, and you'll be able to get paid out in a stable coin. And I'm sure they're working on, some other things down the line. There's also a DeFi partner that they have not yet announced, and I don't know what that's going to be. I don't know how that's going to work, but I will let you know on my next update what that DeFi partner is. I just checked earlier on the Discord, and they have not yet announced it. So rebasing stops August 8th, told you that. The revenue vault's paying out different percentages depending on basically the circumstance of it. Chainlink integration. So Chainlink, if you all know, is another crypto token. They have a keepers network, and this is going to allow basically sports data and an API to gather all of the sports information in real time and store it to a decentralized app or DApp, and they can pull real time from that basically for their Formula One wagering or Formula One fantasy league type platform. Let's check out the token price and see what's going on with the Astro token. So here you can see it's, I mean, it's doing about as well as it can be expected. They don't really have, there's not a lot of utility. Obviously, they don't have any volume, in their trading on the token. So the token price really isn't going anywhere right now. And it's going to stay, I imagine, fairly flat for a while until they actually have these real world businesses bringing in money. And they're going to be advertising. Obviously, advertising and marketing is going to be big. And they're going to need to do that in order to get the word out, because almost everybody that I've mentioned this to has never heard of 100 Days Ventures. So they obviously have not done any marketing yet. And I don't know that there really is any reason to do marketing just yet and spend that kind of money. They're going to wait a little while until they've got more things that they can showcase. So the token price, you can see, if you weren't around when they launched at a really bad time. This was right at when we had just a total market meltdown back in early May. And, Avax, because they're based on the Avax token, the Avax was crashing. And so this is what happened, right? They launched and then boom, almost immediately they tanked. And it sucked. I was in it. Wasn't fun to watch, but, I was going to hang on to the token. This is a long-term play anyway. I had a couple 100,000 tokens. And anyway, they got stolen. So I may get back in and get another couple 100,000 tokens just to ride this one out. If it takes a year, 2 years, 5 years, whatever, I got time. Got nothing but time. So the token price will, I'm sure, go back up in the future, but I don't know when. It's probably going to be a little while. This is a long-term hold project, but I do see the potential here. They're going to be burning, because they're not going to be rebasing. They want to burn about 50% of their supply. That's their goal. Their supply is 1 billion. This says 997 million, but it's about 1 billion tokens. They've got the market cap right now is 1.83 million. I don't know where they're getting this number from. If you take all of the tokens and you multiply it by the price, it's $1.8 million. So I'm not sure where this market cap is coming from. So I guess that'll be a good question on their next AMA. I may throw that out there in the Discord just to see why there's a disparity in the market cap. That is pretty much it for 100 Days Ventures for today. I will do another one of these in another couple of weeks. They have a DeFi partner that they're going to announce. I'll let you know that. And we should know a little bit more about when the staking and the rewards for staking are going to come online. And that may be several weeks or even a month or two down the road, maybe towards the end of the year. But we'll find out. So there really isn't any reason for the token price to go up, especially if there's no marketing. Long-term hold, I don't give financial advice, but I can tell you that this is something that I'm comfortable with. And this is a project that I do like and I do trust. And I'm going to put a little bit more money back into it and, go along for the ride. And if you guys want to go along for the ride with me, please do. I welcome you. So that's it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe if you want to see more of this content. And you all have a great night.